Hello Galactic family. Dear friends. I am Mary Magdalene and I am here among you. I'd like to touch each other and gently kiss your face. You are very dear to me. I love them. I see your courage and strength and I know it is very difficult to be here on Earth, in this vibration, where fear and violence still set the tone. Right now there is a lot of information available in the media that demands your attention. Everything from old and gloomy, which has been repressed and kept secret, is coming to the surface. Modern technology has contributed to this because it helps to make things more transparent in your society. Much more information is being released than ever before, and a number of shadowy practices and issues are being exposed, giving the impression that there is an escalation of evil, of darkness. However, what is really happening is that now things are coming to the surface, becoming more visible than ever, because there is an immense process of transformation in action on Earth. What is being exposed to light are ancient layers of abuse of power, tyranny, fear and despair. And this is a good thing, because with a step towards greater transparency, it is possible to act differently. Awareness comes before change. This is how it always was. This is the stage of consciousness that humanity and Earth are now experiencing at the global level. The processes that are occurring in each of you individually, the appearance of old layers of fear, anger and pain, are also happening collectively, on a grand scale. The good news is that the world is ready for this. Space is needed to allow old and hidden things to surface. And this is the case now. Consciousness has already changed. It is more open to truth and honesty. I ask each of you to feel it in the depths of your being. Feel a flow of awareness that is focused on openness and transparency, seeking truth and denouncing injustice and disloyalty. This stream of consciousness exists in the world, so connect with it. This is the flow of consciousness in which your soul wants to move because it wants to contribute to the revelation of more truth. There is a powerful impulse in your soul to sustain the transformation of consciousness, but there is also confusion in your mind, because sustaining the transformation of consciousness means many things. The first is that you have to move away from the old and be completely honest about your own feelings and motives. In other words, you need to be transparent to yourself, for only then can you be an example to others. You find yourself in the personal path of your soul to become a worker of the light or worker of consciousness. He is becoming a teacher, insofar as he moves away from the old consciousness to which he is still attached. At the same time, this is a step that can still instill fear and sense of loneliness, at least temporarily. Recognize your desire to know the truth, your desire to help change this world, your yearning for a new earth in harmony with nature, your desire for a world full of people who can laugh and grow again, being authentic, free from fears and the tyranny of the past. His yearning for all this is very intense. It is your dream, your ideal. Feel how this makes you different, the fact that you already have a footstep of your soul outside the established order. For a moment, identify yourself completely with this aspect of yourself, the revolutionary. He who sees all that is dark and hidden and desires to take him into the light of consciousness. The one who wants to help the new to be born. This is you. And as you take on this aspect more and more, you go through a deep inner process, which gradually frees you from fears and old compulsions. Have respect for your own courage and determination. Many are confused about the current situation in the world. The world is in chaos, and the emotional lives of most people on Earth are chaotic. Everyone is seeking, and because of the sheer number of changes and the immense amount of information available, People now realize much more about their possibilities, how they can develop, how they are suffering and what causes them pain. Everything is much more conscious. Before there can be inner harmony and peace, restlessness and pain become greater. And this is the result of becoming aware. You cannot hide these things anymore. You see this pain and feel, in your heart, the need to relieve it in others. At the same time, as you also have your own pains, you become confused about who you are, where you belong or what your path is. Now imagine that you see the earth and the people that inhabit it as a big globe. You stand outside it and watch it from above, seeing it as a gigantic sphere with many energies. There is a lot of search on earth, and also, a lot of pain. Simply observe the colors of that sphere. See how they flow and move. Not only the nuances of chaos, but also the drive for innovation. Observe and feel what this globe is doing, but know that you can stand outside it, detached from it, observing it impartially. Now take a step back and shift the focus of your consciousness away from the globe and bring it to yourself. You have carefully watched Earth and the energy of humanity. Now focus your attention entirely on yourself and see yourself as a form of energy. No longer as a human being, but as an energetic appearance. Watch your heart. Feel how the pain and suffering of mankind have touched you. Feel your compassion, your desire for light. Perhaps you can perceive this more clearly and specifically in relation to the people who are part of your daily life, to your loved ones, because you want them so much light, love and healing. Notice what these things cause in your heart. Do they overwhelm your heart? When you feel the pain of another person, you are connected to it through a cord of energy that contains dark energies, and therefore suffers along with it. You do not grow bigger, you do not rise above these energies, but you creep into the other person's skin and suffer along with it. However, at the same time, you feel powerless to change anything. Notice the energies you carry from the outer world, which are not yours but that make your heart grieve. Allow this flow of energy to take the form of a dark color, or a feeling of heaviness, and see how it appears or at what point in your aura or body it manifests. Then take another step back. Let go of this energy cord, this chain of compassion, which is overwhelming you and causing you to overeat. Take a step back and cut that cord, releasing it. If you find it difficult to do this, imagine that I am with you and invite you to do so. Hold my hand and see in my eyes that it is good that you let go of it. Now is your time. Let the dark, gray energies flow away from you, and then envelop yourself with light. That light is simply there. You do not have to create it. She's the light you suppressed. Allow yourself to be completely enveloped by that light, no matter what color it takes. Now you are further away from Earth and other people. He is drinking from the energy of his soul, his part that observes and supervises, that which makes things transparent. Allow yourself to be completely nourished by this energy, from head to toe, and feel how your aura looks like an entire egg, an oval shape whose surface is impermeable. Recharge yourself and feel like you are perfectly entitled to nourish yourself this way. Go back to your inner home and let go of everything else. You are able to breathe and feel your original inspiration again. You were born to experience joy. Feel that original joy again, free of any weight. Offer this for yourself. You are confused, and sometimes you become so involved with suffering on earth that you forget who you are. You are a representative of the new energy on earth, especially when you are completely at ease within yourself, when you feel at home within your own boundaries. That way you can deal with your limits. You radiate the new in its ideal form, and there is nothing to change. Being totally yourself, you radiate a new consciousness that cannot touch others. Those who already are touched by you, without you having to go beyond your own limits, without having to exhaust yourself, try your best or struggle with the pain and suffering of others. There is no need for any of this in the new energy. Now imagine that this energetic egg, within which you feel safe and light, floats slowly back to Earth. As the Earth gets closer, you feel light and transparent, and you know that the Earth's vibrations and the fear that live there cannot affect you. See these fears as gray vibrations that naturally float around your egg, because you cannot enter it. You cling to your own energy, your concentrated plenitude, and you feel supported by me, by your own soul, by all that is good, light and joyful. You are allowed to be here from the depths of your being, which is light, cheerful, broad, beautiful, and free. Imagine that you are now landing on Earth. You are in an earthly body, with your 2 feet firmly resting on the ground. Imagine yourself in a place in nature, with your bare feet on the grass, or on a beach, or anywhere else of your choice. And brings everything with you: your soul, your inner strength, your resilience, your intuition, tune into this planet, the Earth. Feel how she sees you when you stand on your own. Can you see her enthusiasm? It will sustain you, give you roots, and empower you. Now imagine that you are walking through the center of a city where there is a lot of confusion. This place is not just physically busy. There are people, cars, noise, but there is also a more restless, more chaotic energy. All these feelings, emotions and moods of people revolve around them, and there is little of the natural world that can provide calmness and balance. However, you are there, inside your egg made of luminous energy, your own energy. Imagine the following: you are in the middle of a street, or a sidewalk. Take time to really put yourself in this place. In the midst of all this concrete city, you are aware of Mother Earth, for it is there too. As a result of her presence, you become aware of the hearts of all the people who are walking around. In the midst of all superficial emotions, of confusion, haste, impatience, there is a heart that lives in every human being. Remain detached from all those confusing energies that move around you, and focus on those hearts. You feel very firm because there is an invisible space around you. Even when people walk close to you, that space is still there. Feel firmly grounded. You are connected to all these people, however this need not concern you. Feel the promise that exists in the heart of each of them. Feel that in the heart of every human being there is the desire and the pursuit of truth, of light, although sometimes this truth can only be found through sinuous paths. However, this is part of the course of the human being. Feel the enormous power and endurance of the people, and see how there is a logic in the particular style of each, a direction, a purpose. Trust your hearts. Do not deny them the twists and turns of their roads. Do not try to straighten them. This is not your job. Their function is purely to touch their hearts through their own presence and consciousness. And you are already doing this by being present. Imagine that you are in the middle of the street and feel, in your heart, a soft intention to reach the hearts of all those people with a caress, a delicate touch, and just this. With this gesture, you just say "I see you," and remain quietly in your own energy, in your own field, maintaining connection to your abdomen, your legs and feet, and feeling free. This is your job. Be different, but still be in the middle of the world. To help, but not to get lost in the suffering and pain of others. To give of your heart. On the one hand, you move away from society, but on the other, you connect with it from the heart. And in so doing he fulfills the purpose of his soul, and this is his most precious desire. In this way you contribute to a different and better world, but you also get rid of the old. He frees himself from what has kept him bound to fear. Wherever you may find yourself on this journey, I ask you to respect yourself, and withdraw into the depths of your being regularly, disconnecting from what binds you to everything else, to experience the beauty and power of your soul. From there you can go back to walking the world, knowing that there are not so many things that you need to do. It is really about being totally at home within yourself, of respecting the energy of your own soul, and from there, gently following the flow of life. I greet you all with the utmost respect. Feel the admiration I have for everyone here present. You are the teachers of this new time. Thank you.